Hey guys, welcome back to our West Carolina Megalodons Dynasty. We are continuing on here in Season 4. I know it's been a hot minute. I apologize for that. I have been under the weather for a while and my voice was just not good enough to be able to film long enough for a full episode. So I am finally feeling good enough to be able to get a whole episode in. So I apologize for the wait for that. But we are getting right back to more content and I am pumped to finish out this season. Can we get our second national championship? So looking at where we left off, we were sitting at 8-0. Currently this season we are undefeated in conference play at 4-0, sitting at first place in the ACC. We are absolutely killing it this year, and we're going to be playing NC State, which is a good matchup because we need to solidify our spot in the conference championship game. Montel Meja has been the guy who has been putting us on his back this season. He is again in the running for the Heisman. We'll see if he can win it this year. But NC State is the first game that we're going to be going at in this episode as we are looking to continue on in our win streak and get back to another conference championship game ideally, and to have another berth in the college football playoff. We are trying to continue this win streak and we are underway here in North Carolina against the 6-2 NC State Wolfpack. As they're coming out with Lex Thomas as their senior quarterback, we're going to have to keep an eye on him. NC State has always played us tough, and they're going to go deep on the first play of the game, and he's got plenty of room, and it's a touchdown immediately. That is not how we want to come out of this hiatus. They just destroy us over the top. And we're going to have an answer. I mean, we are down 7-0 already. Not a good way to start it. So Evan Rhodes and company, they are going to have to come out and go right to it. We're going to try to get Montel Meja involved early in a nice tackle. We'll get 5 yards, though, on the carry. And Montel Meja's going to fumble the ball, and that is not how we want to start it. Come on, guys. Montel Meja cannot be doing that immediately. Barely gets the ball off in time, and it's a huge play to DeAndres Biggers. He's going to get the first down, and we'll go right back to the ground game. The run lanes are looking pretty solid so far for us. As we'll try to get to the outside, Evan Rhodes is going to fight for it. What a play from Evan Rhodes. It really looked like we were going to lose yards there, and we somehow got the first. Brings up a 2nd and 7 situation. Quick RPO, Vernon Lyle with a first down. And we are into enemy territory, slowly getting down the field. Taylor Rambo just could not get the pass off fast enough, as we're going to throw this thing deep, and that was a risky pass. We needed to have a little bit more air under it. And Taylor Rambo, what are we doing? It's a huge fumble, and luckily Montel's going to get there. Unbelievable. That drive looked so good to start. And then just a couple bad plays from Taylor Rambo in a row, really making it rough. And how was that not a safety? Jimmy Ferreira got right there, and instead they're going to get out of it. Oh my gosh, we almost had him for a safety. It's going to bring up a 4th down situation, so in the end it doesn't end up hurting us, but we were so close to getting at least 2 points out of it there. Can we capitalize this time on our offensive possession? Taylor Rambo had a really good beginning of his career, and then last year was a little bit of a down year, as that's a great throw though. And this year he's also been kind of having a little bit more of a down year than we were expecting. That trajectory that he was on the early start of his career, he just has not lived up to that hype, really, at this point, and it was almost intercepted. Weren't expecting that corner to jump like that. And that is gonna be missed. Oh my gosh, what are we doing right now? This is not the way we want to start this game, as we are not playing well against NC State. We had a feeling this could be some sort of a trap game here, as they're just gonna break tackles. Sheldon Dennis normally doesn't get his tackle broken like that. Luckily, they get called for an illegal block in the back, so it won't matter anyway. They're going to end up scrambling with the QB, and that was close. Sheldon Dennis almost had a chance to really lay a huge hit on him, and he's just going to try to scramble again, and we're going to get him short. But the first quarter will end 7-0, as NC State is really playing us tough right now. I mean, we just don't have an answer for their defense right now. We are just not making smart plays, and that is really affecting us right now. We'll try to go 5 wide. Can we go a little bit more pass heavy? Vernon Lyle's open deep downfield, and he's going to be knocked down out at the 15-yard line. A huge pitch and catch from Taylor Rambo to Vernon Lyle, as he's been having a breakout season coming back into the starting lineup. I really missed having Vernon Lyle in that lineup. Definitely should have started him more last year, as he is such a difference maker right now. Good try on the screen pass, and Montel gets to the 3. A 1st and goal situation. Can Montel push it in? No. Oddly enough, gets really no yards. I thought we had something for sure there, but instead, we're just going to walk in for the score, and Jadarius Brown is going to get on the board, and we have tied this game at 7-7. Can we get the stop on defense? After that first play getting torched deep, the defense has been a little bit better, but the QB has been able to scramble however he wants, and it's going to be a fumble, and it's picked up by West Carolina. What a play from Sheldon Dennis, forcing the fumble, and we're going to be back on offense for Montel Major with a huge spin. Montel Major has been a pretty consistent weapon for us right now. Just nobody open. Taylor Rambo taking the safe play. Just don't fumble. Thank you. And we are going to get almost to the red zone. Wow, how did he get off that block? I really thought for sure we were going to be able to turn that into an even bigger play there. So we're going to throw a high ball to Vernon Lyle, and he's just so reliable. Was not the safest throw, I don't think, from Taylor Rambo, but what a catch from Vernon Lyle. I mean, that is just knowing your weapon on the outside there is going to come down with that ball. That is just trust with your receiver. Absolute legend. And he is having himself a day right now. Down to the 2-yard line, throwing another RPO to Vernon Lyle, and we get him his touchdown. Since he got tackled a little short of the end zone, we're going to get him his payday, and we have the lead 14-7 after a nice 14-point swing here in the last few minutes. Trying to see if we can keep them off the board before the half, and that was close. Russ Whalen was the only person there, or else they were going to have a huge game. 3rd down and 4, throwing it quick to the flat and a 1st down. Back to play action. Wide open in the flat again. We are just giving him that for free. At the 2-minute warning here in the half, throwing it right at him. It is intercepted by Glenn Hicks. And he's going to get a nice return down to midfield. And it's a huge opportunity for West Carolina to put up points before the half. What a terrible throw and a double coverage. And it's read beautifully from Glenn Hicks. Going right up the gut. 4 yards on the play. We'll go play action fake. Just dump it off into the flat to wide open DeAndres. And he's going to get out of bounds. Just inside the 30. Throwing it deep. It is, oh, he just underthrew him. Had to have that high ball a little bit more to the outside, and it would have been beautiful. And he's going to miss that throw too. Just getting a little bit gun shy there, as that's going to get, is that intercepted? Did that get picked? I feel like that did. I don't know how that did. It apparently got intercepted. Taylor Rambo just apparently couldn't get enough oomph on the ball. I feel like that was an open throw. He had him kind of routed, and that looks like an open throw, and just an incredible play from the free safety to just undercut our tight end. The mailman's package got completely stolen. And that is incredible, because that was a great opportunity for us to be able to put up some points before the half. And instead, we're going to have to play some solid defense here. We will allow the short little completions. We just don't want to allow anything big, and that is exactly what we don't want to allow. After the timeout, they are nearing midfield, getting close to having a chance to do something, but a huge sack from Deshaun Conway is going to not really matter. They're already into our side of the field, and okay, we'll take that. 2nd down and 6. Another huge sack from Chad Eddy is going to force them to have to go no huddle. Are they going to be able to get off the play and have a chance to be able to do something else afterward? We're going to try to go no huddle. Trying to basically lock everything up if we can. Just take as much time as possible. That's not at all what we wanted. There is 12 seconds left. They're going to fumble the ball. It's a strip sack. Who forced that fumble? Somebody just got in there and Jimmy Ferreira picks it up. It was Deshaun Conway who gets 2 sacks on this drive, and he forces a huge takeaway to solidify we keep a 7-point lead at halftime. We are up 14-7. But it's been all Vernon Lyle. A little bit of Montel, but he hasn't broken anything. Vernon Lyle has had that huge catch and also had a touchdown. That's the only reason we have a lead right now, to be honest, because Taylor Rambo is not playing his finest game. The defensive takeaways have also been the story here, as Montel Mage is going to get one of his biggest runs of the day. Getting a nice first down carry. We'll go to Anthony Allen, and he'll get a couple. Back on the ground game, and we missed that. Not even close. Good patience from Taylor Rambo, as we're going to find over the middle for a first down. At midfield already. Everyone's glued, and it's going to be a fumble. Somebody just forced a massive fumble. Antonio Franklin Thomas hits Taylor Rambo and forces the fumble. There's nothing even challengeable on that. That is just a good fumble. And Taylor Rambo is definitely trying to do his best impersonation to be able to turn this game over and be able to give NC State an opportunity to get some points. And there's a flag. Wow, the tackle animation was so long that they were able to get a flag. Incredible. And it's gonna be an unnecessary roughness against us. I thought for sure we was gonna have a holding or something, but we got an unnecessary roughness and it was almost intercepted. Oh my gosh, that was close. What a dime too. They are down to the 4-yard line with a chance to tie the game. Throwing it almost another interception. Gonna be able to throw it, and it's a wide open pitch, and they are gonna score to tie the game up. What a turn of events. What a turn of events. Zach Cody gets the unnecessary roughness penalty, which forces the first down, and they are gonna score on the drive. So we are back to a tie game. Halfway through the third quarter, Evan Rhodes with a nice little jet touch. He gets a handful of yards and gets us a first down. Good throw to the mailman, Ron Marshall, for the first down. Back to the ground game for Montel Meja. Breaking tackles, and he gets his way to the first down. He will not be denied. He's getting some nice running lanes right now. Another 5 yards on the ground. We'll try to go back to the screen, and he kind of got mugged. There was nothing there. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5. RPO quick. Vernon Lyle breaks a tackle, and he's down for the first down. We are driving the ball down the field. Back to Vernon Lyle. He's the man that we can rely on. He has been Mr. Reliable in this game. Montel's going to break a tackle and get 7 more. At the doorstep. Can we just get rid of it? He couldn't throw it away, and it's a 3rd and long situation. That is not ideal. What a dime to Evan Rhodes over the middle. It's a 1st and goal. And Montel's going to jump over the pile for the touchdown. And we are back in front. 21-14. What a game right now. We have not had a game this close in a hot minute. We have been pretty much blowing teams out before this. And we are having some close matchups right now. Will we hold on? Throwing a horrible throw. Going back to the ground game, and we weren't expecting it at all, and it's a first down. Back to the ground game again, and oh my gosh, I'm glad he didn't cut upfield. End of the third quarter, though, is 21-14. Can we stay ranked number 1 in the country? We cannot get knocked off by the Wolfpack. They are really trying, though, as it is 3rd and 5. They're going to dump it off, and great tackle. Perfect tackle there. The read option on 4th down, and he gets mauled from Glenn Hicks. But he is going to get the first down. Keeping the drive alive. They are running so much clock right now. I don't know if they're trying to get this down for some specific reason, but that was a hospital pass. That receiver got smacked. Instead, they're going to go for the field goal, and it's no good. It's missed left. A wide left field goal, giving us an opportunity to try to run some of this clock out. Great first down. I don't know how we got the first down on that. That was a generous play And wow, he just falls forward so well. A huge 7-yard gain. Jadarius Brown now with a good run, and there is a flag. It might be coming back. It looks like it is, which is really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Andrew Spanway is going to get the flag called against him. Makes it a 2nd down and 12. More or less trying to run as much clock as we can. Good pass, and it's a complete catch to Ron Marshall, just enough to move the sticks. And a huge truck getting a nice 7-yard gain, setting it up from, oh no, Montel Meja is injured. So far it says to be determined. I will keep you guys posted with that. He better not be injured for a long time because we really, really need him, especially down the stretch for the college football playoff. It's going to be bad if we do not have our star. We're going to have Jadarius Brown play the rest of this game just to be safe because we do not want to risk it. That is a good throw and a nice play for the 1st down, and that might seal it. They have a couple timeouts left. Jadarius is going to get another 6, and they're down to their final timeout. That is a huge gap shoot, and it is 3rd and 8. That is not going anywhere. We definitely tried to run it just so we could still keep the clock moving to get this down to about a minute left. The field goal is up, which should solidify our win. We've got a 10-point lead now with just about a minute left. He's going to break out of the tackle, then just goes right back to the ground anyway. He's going to go down for the sack. They try to just stop the clock quickly to set up a 3rd and long. Throwing this thing deep, all the way back, and it is caught, and oh my gosh, we missed the tackle. It's a touchdown. Oh my lord, guys. The onside kick now is the only thing keeping us with a chance to get this. Just fall down, Vernon. Oh my lord. We just completely almost gave that away a 2nd time. Or a 3rd time. I don't even know how many times it was at this point. I'm just glad we came out with the win. Taylor Rambo, one of the worst games of his career. Hands down, I have to say. The amount of turnovers we had on offense it was not ideal. Not ideal, to say the least. Taylor Rambo, 18 for 27, 250 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. He definitely had a fumble on top of that. It was just not a clean game from him, and that's just something we don't expect. We don't see that often. Montel Meja had 23 carries for 99 yards, averaged 4.3 a carry, getting himself a touchdown. He also had a fumble. Well, Taylor Rambo actually had 2 fumbles. I didn't even realize he had the 2nd one. But yeah, that's right, he did, because he had that pitch too. Vernon Lyle had 6 catches for 102 yards and a touchdown. He was the guy, really, the whole game. He was the guy to watch for because he was the one carrying us. Montel Meja did do well on the ground there, especially in the 2nd half. Then had to leave a little early for injury, and it was okay. Everyone else just kind of had a meh performance with a handful of catches here and there. Defensively, though, Sheldon Dennis with 7 tackles leading the way. Russ Whalen with 6 of them. TFL's Chad Eddy had 3 of them, 2 sacks on the day. Jimmy Ferreira had 2 TFLs. Deshaun Conway also had 2 sacks, which was a pretty good day for him. And Glenn Hicks had that huge interception to help put us in an opportunity to go up by even more at the half. But Anthony McKee, the right tackle, is going to commit to the program after that win. And we're going to be moving right on to play against Cal. And this one might be tough. I mean, this is a road game. It's a big stadium. It's one of those ones that's going to be a difficult win for us, especially if Taylor Rambo is going to continue to play the way that he's been playing right now. Because it is not ideal. We need to clean this up, especially before we get to the playoffs, because if we keep playing like this, we are not going to make it to the national championship game. So here we go. We are underway here in California. Another away game against 4-5 Cal, trying to continue being number 1 in the country. George Knight, the sophomore QB, is out, and he is having a pretty similar season to Taylor Rambo. So this will be interesting to see how this matchup goes. A little play action, another sack. 3rd and 12. The pressure is getting to him again, and he goes down again. Chad Eddy getting another sack. Chad Eddy is just blazing fast, getting in there so quick, forcing the 3 and out pretty much immediately, trying to silence this crowd. Jadarius Brown is going to get a nice little opportunity for a return, and it's a good chance. But Evan Rhodes coming back out. I don't know why he's been the spotlight so much when it's really been Vernon Lyle as the star of this offense other than Montel Major. Montel didn't get 100 yards on the ground. It's one of the first days in a while that he hasn't had 100 yards on the ground, but a good jet touch for a first down to Evan Rhodes. And we're going to go play action fake. Throws that, and it's a great placed ball there to Ron Marshall. Second down and 1. Montel with a huge spin. For a power back, this man is lethal with the spin move. He is one of the greatest spin moves I think we've been dealing with. But that is not helping him there, as it's a second down and goal situation. Can we throw this to the back corner? Oh, he just missed him. That was definitely an opportunity that we could have scored points on that one. Montel is going to try to bowl his way forward. Can't get it. We're going to go for it on fourth down, try to be a little bit aggressive here, and that is a horrible read, throwing it right at the linebacker. And now we're going to try to have to see if we can get a safety or something. We're going to send some heavy pressure on every single play just to try to force them to make some sort of turnover or something. And that is, oh my gosh, that was close. That is not what we want to see. They do end up getting the first, but it's going to be intercepted. And it's going to be a huge return for Billy Turner. Gets the pick six. Our elite dev. Defensive back. The cornerstone, really, of our defensive future. Gets the pick six, and he gets a little showboat action in there, forcing the turnover and giving us a 7-0 lead early against Cal. The defense wins championships, and that is exactly what I didn't want to happen right as I was saying defense wins championships. I feel like every single time, those of you who have watched the channel for a while, every time I compliment our defense, we give up a huge play. So maybe I should just not compliment our defense right now because I don't want to be giving up a huge play. 3rd and 10. Throwing it to a wide open in route, and it might not matter anyway. He's fast, and he's down to the 8. Oh my lord, they are driving quick. There's definitely a flag. That's an illegal contact or something. That's probably going to stand. What a good play. We weren't expecting that little spot route. We were expecting an in, and we totally just ran right into them. And they just answer so quickly. That was a very quick drive, and that is not a good thing you want to see from a defensive perspective. Good running lanes for Montel Major as we get another 7-yard gain, and that's just blown up. Not really much of anything there, and that was trying to be a quick throw to the flat to the running back, but a great play from the linebacker to get the deflection, and it forces a punt. So they'll go back to a wide receiver screen, and they only get about a yard. 2nd down and 11, not much. 3rd down and 7. This is a big 3rd down, and what a throw. Number 19 is mauling us right now. Whoever that is absolutely killing us. Good run up the middle. Going to get a 5-yard gain, helping to move the chains. What a spin move, though. Left our guy completely lost on that play. Throwing it out of bounds. There's just nobody open, and it's going to force the field goal, which is up, and dang, he's got enough power as they take a lead, 10-7. Back-to-back games where this might be a little rough for us as we are just kind of playing down to our opponent, to be honest, right now. Gonna throw that one, beautifully placed to Xavier Lee, and he gets the first down to the 44. A beautiful throw from Taylor Rambo, one of his best of the day so far. Can we keep it up? Montel's going to try to get something, but not really much. He hasn't been able to break any long plays in a little while as the RPO is going to get us a couple more yards and make it a 3rd and manageable. Throwing it quick to the flat, not much. We're going to have to go for it again on 4th down. Coach says to do it, and Montel's going to truck through everyone and gets the first down. A beautiful truck to be. Oh my gosh, Montel is on another level right now. He is just running through everybody. Jadarius Brown's going to get a nice little cutback, and he's down to the 22, and a huge first down pickup. And we are driving down the field. Montel with a huge amount of room, and he fights his way for another first down. Little jet motion, little fake on that, and we're going to get 2 out of it. Second down. Open guy on the curl route makes it a manageable third. Just a little bit more motion. Throwing it quick, and it is caught for the touchdown. Deontrez Biggers will hold on, and we are going to get the lead back 14-10. First down, can Cal answer? As this one might be a shootout. We haven't had a shootout in a hot minute. Throws it right at Sheldon Dennis. And it's going to be intercepted. Is he fast enough to get there? Gonna try to jump over the quarterback, and he can't. Oh my gosh, I'm glad he didn't fumble the ball there, but gonna be able to get this thing quick to the flat on the RPO and gets to the 3. Can we punch it in? Down for a yard. Down to the quick throw to Ron Marshall, and he's in for the touchdown. They weren't expecting an RPO from the tight end, and that is going to get us some more points. Another run for Cal now. They are definitely trying to live by the ground game a decent amount still, and hopefully we can just keep them to short yardage plays and just limit the explosive plays. That's what we have to do defensively to keep us in a chance to win this game. Good little cut move from Jadarius Brown. He's got some speed. He's to the 20-yard line, to the 10, all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. Jadarius Brown is going to take this thing all the way to the crib on the punt return. What an explosive play. The slot corner blitz on the next one is a beautiful call, as they weren't expecting it at all, and Jay Crawford's going to get him down in the backfield for a huge sack, his second of the day. Quick throw to the flat, and he gets knocked out of bounds, but it is a good gain. Throwing it short, and it's a 4th down, but will end us at the half. We're just going to run it out 28-10 as we'll go to the half. To be honest, I can't be upset at how the defense is playing. I feel like we're playing okay. I feel like Cal is definitely playing well for their overall and for their rank and their record. They are definitely playing their best game. So we need to continue to press because we do not want to be complacent. On second down, gonna try to scroll out. We have a wide open guy. Is he able to throw it over the top? And he gets a huge play. Taylor Rambo scrambling out, finding a way to keep the drive alive and get a huge gain. That is just what you want to see. And what is that? Got hit as he threw, and it went right to Ron Marshall. That was not who we were actually trying to throw the ball to or at. But hey, we will take it. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good on that one. 3rd down and 9. Trying to see what we can find, and it is knocked incomplete. That was a sketchy throw. We're glad it just hit the turf and did not go to the defense. And that punt is lousy. We're going to be starting at the 20-yard line. Breaking tackles, and he gets 7 yards out of it. That's so impressive. Just a huge play from them. Originally going to go fake it to the running back. Wow, the quarterback takes a huge amount of shots, though, from 3 people dragging him down, but it's going to force the punt situation, and Jadarius has already returned one today. So 1st and 10. Have a 28-10 lead right now. Can we push it even further? Everyone was fooled on that fake jet touch. Beautiful play call. And that is going to be a great play call. Can he throw that thing deep? And it's going to be... Oh, he dropped it. It was a beautiful throw, and Xavier Lee just drops it. Taylor Rambo actually threw it right on the money. And that is kind of depressing because that's going to force a punt. That definitely could have been at least 3 points and maybe even 7 to help kind of more or less put the game away. But right now, we're going to give them another opportunity. 2nd down and 9, and a good throw. Breaking tackles. The tight end is still breaking tackles. He broke 3. And are they running the clock out? Apparently, they're just going to take the false start. So somebody wasn't set all right, and we will accept that. I guess it's a delay of game, not a false start, but there's someone going to be a fumble. Just, it must have been, his hand must not have been coming forward yet because it wasn't an incomplete pass. Instead, it's just going to be knocked incomplete on the next play, and it's 3rd and 25. Throwing it, it's a beautiful, how did he stay in bounds? He's going to take this thing all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. There's no shot this man stayed in bounds. What on earth? This man is a legend. Full speed and somehow keeps his feet in bounds. Absolutely insanity. How do you keep your feet in bounds? Catch it, backpedal, switch, and turn around, taking it to the crib. That is a Heisman level play from the Cal running back, Mr. Thomas. He just would not be denied. 28-17 now. Wow, what a great play from him. I'm going to be thinking about that for a while. We got to not let that rattle us because that was just such a good play. Good find from Taylor Rambo to get the first down. Getting near to the end of the third quarter. Score is 28-17. Have an 11-point lead with the ball as we head to the fourth quarter of play, trying to more or less survive to run this one out again. Pressure was too much, forcing the incompletion. Throwing that one in, it's just dropped. Ron Marshall just could not handle the package there, and he is gonna drop it, so they are gonna get the ball back. They have plenty of time, especially for how fast some of these drives have been. Oh, that's super lucky that that was an incomplete pass, because they definitely had someone open there. No one open on the next one, though, in the fifth sack of the game. Chad Eddy gonna get another one. Just dropping it off to the running back. It's absolutely leveled by Sheldon Dennis, bringing up a fourth down situation. This is really a whole ball game here. They can't hook it up, and we are going to pull it off again. 45-17 ends up being the final score as we end up getting some garbage time touchdowns and points, but that was kind of a nail-biter. This end score was not really the full story of that game. Taylor Rambo, again, just not really having the best game. He had a nice amount of touchdowns with 3 of them, but 19 for 27 for 174 yards is not really very much through the air. But he didn't really turn it over, and he did what he needed to get the win, so we can't really ask too much more of him. But he's just not really taking over the games like we thought he was going to early on in his career. Montel Major had 25 carries for 65 yards, so the offense really, as a whole, didn't do much. Xavier Lee and Ron Marshall both end up with 4 catches, 63 yards for Xavier Lee, but Ron Marshall gets the touchdown. Total tackles, Jay Crawford ends up with 8 of them. He gets 3 TFLs, which is kind of wild. Chad Eddy with 4 TFLs, and Jimmy Ferreira gets 3 of them. 2 sacks for Jimmy, 1.5 for both Chad and Jay Crawford, with 1 for Deshaun Conway. 3 interceptions. We had 1 for Jay Sheldon and Billy Turner, which ended up being a pick 6, with including a handful of other pass deflections. The defense was really the main story of that game, but Jason Cross even got a pick 6 there in the garbage time. Quincy Thorne, the center, is going to commit to the program. Jimmy Ferreira ends up getting the ACC Defensive Player of the Week, and we're going to be heading to play against Boston College, who's number 6 in the country. I don't know how they got that high already, but Montel Major still just chilling at number 3 in the Heisman. I'm not sure how he's still up there after 2 back-to-back meh games. But we got Boston College and then Wake Forest to round out the rest of the season. This game against Boston College is the last really tough game, though we don't want to overlook Wake Forest because we don't want it to end up being a trap game. But Boston College is going to be a tough one. Number 6 in the country. This is going to be a bloodbath. So here we go. We are underway here in Boston College, playing against Turbo Richard. What a name, though, to be honest, for that running back. That is quite the name. I mean, with the name Turbo, this guy's got to be fast. And the first play of the game, this man's breaking another tackle, apparently. He is still breaking tackles. Can somebody get him down? 35 yards on the first play of the game. What a read. What a throw from Singleton, and that is just, wow. Okay, we have literally no answer. Oh, my Lord, what a hit. Quarterback got absolutely rocked there from our safety lineup, but they are not slowing down right now, going with this no-huddle offense. A lot of read options. Throwing it in, oh my goodness. Oh, we need to come down with that. Paul Wall needs to come down with that interception. That is a golden opportunity to get a stop there. We end up getting only 3 points instead of 7 there against us. So we're glad that we didn't allow a touchdown, but still, that could have been a 0 on the board had Paul Wall been able to pull that one down. So we'll go back onto offense, trying to get Evan Rhodes involved. It's a 3rd and 1 situation up the middle with Anthony Allen. He's going to get that first down. Back to Montel Major, getting around the outside, and he's going to power his way down for a nice run and a first down for West Carolina. Going with the play action to scramble out. Can we throw that one? Well, not a shot. Dang, that one was not even close. Just going to dump it off underneath Xavier Lee. Not quite. 3rd and inches. We'll go back to Jadarius Brown, and he's been a pretty solid backup for us. He is trying to just get a little bit more playing time, but when you're playing behind Montel Major, it makes it a little difficult for you to get some snaps. Throwing it a quick, nice throw, and he almost got into the end zone. That was a really good play from Evan Rhodes to get us an opportunity to almost score points there, but Montel Major is going to get in for the touchdown. One of his first touchdowns in a few weeks. He's been stuck at 12 touchdowns for kind of a while now. He was on a great pace to be able to break the record for touchdowns in a season for our school history, but a couple weeks in a row of not really scoring any touchdowns has kind of put a damper on that. A huge sack, though, from Jason Cross Jr. The pressure was well timed and well chosen, as they are going to force an incompletion, and another punt situation is in front of us. Jadarius Brown going to get an opportunity to return another one for a good gain. We'll go to the little pitch play. Good run for Montel. Oh, if he's just a little bit faster, that would have been such a huge play. Montel's going to break another tackle, and he's going to get the first down. Motioning somebody over to get a nice little pull block, and it's another huge gain for Montel Major, and he's up to 62 yards on the ground already in just 7 carries. That is a dime of a throw to DeAndres, as we're going to end the first quarter 7-3. Montel Major averaging 9 a carry, and Turbo Richards also having himself a day. It's a battle of the running backs right now. Going with the read option, and nowhere close. Another sack. He definitely had the drag underneath. He just couldn't get it away fast enough. And holy smokes, that was a terrible choice for a field goal. And that is going to be a miss. Horrible miss from the kicker. I don't even want to talk about that one, to be honest. That was not even remotely close. Come on, Richard. Turbo Richards just running over everybody right now. Good pop from Billy Turner. He's got some nice hit power and tackling. That's one of the reasons we really like him. Throwing it almost intercepted. It was dropped, and it could have been picked. Luckily, we're still going to be able to force the punt, so it doesn't really hurt us too bad. Just would have helped out with field position a little bit. But we will get a nice run anyway, as it's a good return from Jadarius Brown, who's really starting to heat up towards the second half of this season. 2nd down and 8, and down he goes again for another sack. It's 3rd and 15. Got him deep. It is caught for Vernon Lyle, all the way down to the end zone for the touchdown. Vernon Lyle is going to take it to the crib. Nobody going to catch this man, as he is having himself a season in his junior year here at West Carolina. He is going off. Corner had no shot at keeping up with this man. 14-3 here against Boston College. 5 minutes left in the quarter. 5 guys around the ball carrier there. That is great defense. You can tell a good defense by the amount of players around the ball carrier at the point of tackle. It really helps to show you how good it is. And then all of a sudden, as soon as I say it, Turbo Richard gets a massive gain, and he's already has 86 yards on the ground. Throwing that, it's a beautiful post route, and it's all the way down to the 1st and goal at the 5. Turbo Richard in for the touchdown, and that is quick. They answer in a hurry. What did it take, a minute off the clock? Yeah, like barely over a minute. So it's 14-10. That is not what we like to see. Not at all what we like to see there, as that is not going anywhere. 2nd down and 12, and he goes down for the sack. It's 3rd and 22. Montel's going to get a good game just to get us enough yards to be able to punt it away. But that is not ideal, because we're going to give them an opportunity, especially with them catching it in stride. They're starting at the 30-yard line. They have a great chance to put up points again, because we have just not been able to stop Turbo Richard consistently. Yet another good run from Turbo Richard, and he's all the way down to the 4. He is averaging 11 yards a carry right now. Good blitz from the corner, or it's actually the safety, because Ross Whalen is going to get that sack. And it's 2nd down and goal. Throwing that one, and it's almost intercepted. Great read there, but not as good now, because they're just going to get the touchdown anyway. A good slant route. They had the double slants. We had to take one of them. We took the wrong one, and they are going to have the lead, and that was a little closer than we thought it kind of needed to be. Going to be throwing this one deep. Has an opportunity for him, and he underthrew Xavier Lee. Had an opportunity. Oh my gosh. That was also a great chance. If he was just a little faster, we might have been able to take that one crib. Running back going to drop the ball, and we get them at the 26. Return man just not having it on that one. That was just kind of sketchy. 50 seconds left on the clock. Throwing it right at Jason Cross, who's going to make a man miss. He's down to the 10, 5, to the end zone for the touchdown. Jason Cross is going to get yet another pick 6. He has had so many pick 6s in this season. It has been incredible. He has a knack for getting interceptions, and then when he gets them, he's taking that thing to the crib. He is taking it all the way to the house, because he will not be denied. He even taunts the QB a little bit with almost trying to drop the ball on the goal line. They're going to go play action. Throwing this thing deep. It is, incomplete. Oh my gosh, that was really, really close. But it's going to be intercepted by Glenn Hicks. It's now his turn for a pick. 30 seconds left. Do we take an opportunity to get points? It's 21-17. I don't think we do. I think we just run it out and be safe here, because we don't want to give them an opportunity to score again. They've had an easy enough time scoring on us, and we don't want to give them any more opportunities than necessary. We will receive the ball at the half, up by 4. Can we keep the ground game going? Good broken tackle just to get 2 yards, as the run game has been up and down for us. Throwing that one, and he missed him by a mile. 3rd and 8. Underneath throw to Ron Marshall, and a pickup of the 1st down. Back to our star running back, Montel gets the 1st. And that was a little risky. We thought we were going to have the tight end on that quick little shovel, but he kind of got bumped there at the last second, and it just did not work out for us. 3rd down and 4. Throwing that one. He definitely had him if he had enough arm strength there. Couldn't get enough arm strength on it. It's going to force the incompletion, and Boston College will get the ball back. So we're only able to get about 2 minutes off the clock. Good quick throw. The no-huddle offense. All of that stuff is huge, as Devin Skates, I believe, just forced the fumble there. Another huge forced fumble, because we're just absolutely killing it right now in the last couple games in that department. And a flag is thrown. That better not be on us. It looks like it might be coming back. All right. Let's go. We get a holding penalty, pulling them back further. 2nd and long, and Turbo Richard just finding ways. Just finding ways to get positive gains. He is such a weapon for them, as they might just beat us deep again. Another play. Tyrone Smithfield gets demolished over the top yet again, and I cannot wait for him to no longer be a starting corner. Like, he has let me down. He's let us down as a team way too many times in this season. As good broken tackles from Trent, which is not enough to get a big return, but can we just have some corners that are locked down right now? Billy Turner's been our saving grace, that we only have one corner right now who's liable to give up all these huge plays. 24-21 with the clock draining here in the 3rd quarter. This is one of the opportunities that I don't think Taylor Rambo's really been in at all so far in his career. The team has just been too good overall to get us in positions like this, and he's been pretty safe with the ball in general to get us in a spot like this. But we are down 3 points. here late in the third quarter. Montel is going to break a tackle to bring up a 3rd and 4 situation. Does a little motion, and that is just not going to do it. 4th and 5 coming up. Throwing it to Ron Marshall. He pulls it in and gets the first down. That is a big first down completion as we're going to move the chains, giving us an opportunity. That was close. Giving us an opportunity to score some points. Wide open guy and a dime from Taylor Rambo to Xavier Lee. What a read. Noticing it was Tampa 2 immediately as soon as that play was snapped, and being able to throw a perfect dot to the whole shot in cover 2 zone, and we are back in front 28-24. That is some good play recognition from Taylor Rambo. That's the experience talking that you don't get from a freshman. 2nd down and 4. Throwing it out of bounds. Everyone is completely locked up. I don't know why they're getting away from the run game so much. That has been so effective for them. But at the end of the third quarter, it's 28-24. We have now had 3 games pretty much in a row that at some point in the game it has been really close, which is kind of wild since we have not had that experience for quite some time. That is a wide open throw to the tight end who's breaking tackles, and he's down to the 12. Just an incredible amount of speed from Turbo Richard, and he's in for the touchdown. Another score is going to put Boston College back on the board, and they are back in front 31-28 here in the 4th quarter. Has Taylor Rambo ever had a deficit in the 4th quarter? I'd be interested to know, but I don't think he has. Little motion on the play. Going to hand the ball off to Montel Meja. Doesn't get much. 2nd down and 9. Throwing it. Oh, my Lord. That was right at the linebacker. Not a good throw, and that is under pressure. It's 4th and 9. Throwing it to Montel Meja out the flat, and he gets a huge pickup for the first down. As Montel Meja is going to get one of his biggest runs of the day, and he's up to 143 yards on the day. Montel is having himself a day right now. Jadarius Brown getting a nice carry. We're able to try to start chewing a little bit of clock here. We don't want to allow too much time left, as we're going to just run for the first with Taylor Rambo on the QB sneak. Except we're just going to be able to walk this thing all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. We definitely let up too much time, but hopefully it's enough time that we'll also be able to get the ball back in time if they would score again. But it is 35-31, so a field goal will not do it. It has to be a touchdown, and that is a great way to start it with a huge gain on 1st and 10. Throwing another one. It was almost intercepted. Somebody get it. Billy Turner almost had it. Jay Crawford almost had it. That was a sketchy throw. It's 3rd and 1. Gonna shoot the gap, and Paul Wall's there. They're gonna punt it. I don't know why on earth they're punting the ball right now. There is no shot. There is no shot they are punting the ball right now and expecting that they're just gonna make a 3-0 stop on our offense. There is a flag, though, which is super unfortunate since we would have gotten the first. It is on them. Interestingly enough, it is on them. Which really should end this game at this point, as we're going to run up the middle and get a first. And get a nice gain. 2nd down and 5. And not much. Next timeout is called. Boston College needs to get a stop, and looks like they are going to get the stop. This is not ideal at all. 1.5 minutes left. They'll call the fair catch, and they have the ball on the 26-yard line with a chance. What a throw. What a throw. They are driving immediately again. Their QB is having himself a day. Good hit, forcing the incompletion for Sheldon Dennis. Stops the clock. They throw it underneath, and the drag route's going to get a nice gain up to the 43-yard line. That's a dot, and it is a huge gain to the 22. Going with a fake draw, throwing that one, and it's knocked incomplete by Glenn Hicks. 2nd down and 10. Need to stay disciplined. Throwing it. It is going to be intercepted. Jay Crawford is going to get the interception in the end zone to seal the deal, as we're going to knock off number 6 Boston College. Oh my gosh, what a heart-wrenching finish. There is no way. They were driving down the field so well, and the defense clamps up when they need to and get the dub. Another day for the defense to absolutely ball out and show that they are a dominant force to be reckoned with. And that is a huge, huge team win. Taylor Rambo is going to be 18 for 30, 232 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Running-wise, Montel Mejia gets 23 carries for 158 yards and a touchdown. Evan Rhodes has 5 catches for 39 yards and a touchdown, leading the team, as Vernon Lyle ended up with 71 yards just on 1 catch, though. Russ Whalen leads the team in tackles with 8 of them. Billy Turner gets 7, 3 TFLs for Jason Cross and Paul Wall. 4 sacks, 1 for Jason, 1 for Russ, 1 for Paul, and 1 for Devin Skates. Interceptions for Jay Crawford, Glenn Hicks, and Jason Cross, including a pick 6 from Jason Cross yet again, as he's getting closer to breaking some records. Johnny Rashid is going to commit, and Fernie LaRue will commit also, and Jason Cross is going to end up being the ACC Defensive Player of the Week against Boston College last week. He ends up also being the National Defensive Player of the Week. And Montel Mejia from that last game shot up to number 1 in the Heisman. Can this be the year that Montel Mejia gets his Heisman Trophy after being snubbed in year 1? As we're about to start our last game of the season, also finishing out this 4-game road stand against Wake Forest, who's sitting at 4-7. So here we go, final game of the episode against Wake Forest. Can we finish out the season undefeated in the regular season at ranked number 1 in the country? We're playing a team that is definitely below our level, but we have to make sure that we play them hard because we don't want to be complacent and drop a game. We are going to receive the ball first, as we're going to wear the all whites this time to switch it up a little bit. Good spin move, and Jadarius Brown getting some room there. Montel Mejia trying to see if he can eclipse 3,000 passing yards through the regular season. Definitely having a down year in this year, but Montel is definitely getting a little bit more love this year than he did last year, as Vernon Lyle's going to get a nice gain on the little drag route. It's 20 yards on the first play of the game, and getting a little bit chippy after the play there. As Vernon Lyle, does he have a little bit of beef here with somebody? I'm not really sure, but a little dump off to Montel Mejia, and he's going to find his way down for a huge gain out of the 31-yard line. 1st and 10. Good quick throw to Xavier Lee for 8 yards. 2nd down up the middle. Montel's going to get a nice 1st down. Motioning over Xavier Lee. Gonna be under pressure, and he goes down for the sack. Another motion, this time handing it off to Xavier Lee. Gets a nice little cut move, and he's down to the 3. A huge play from Xavier Lee, leaving that defender in the dust with that cut move. We'll go right back to another one, but this time it's a run to the running back, Montel, and he is in for another touchdown on the season, trying to cement his Heisman campaign. So 7-0 pretty early with a nice drive as we drain a decent amount of the first quarter. Drew Pickett is the guy to watch in this game. Their running back has a couple touchdowns and must have had a nice game last game. 3rd and 9 situation. Gonna scroll out, and he goes down for the sack. Sheldon Dennis getting in there for the sack on the safety blitz, as they did not expect that one at all. 3rd and 18, under pressure again, and another sack for Chad Eddy, as he's trying to get closer and closer to the record for sacks as well. 4th and 31, it's blocked, but they're gonna pick it up, and don't tell me they get a 1st down. Oh my gosh, that could have been picked up in the end zone. Deshaun Conway with a massive block. I think it was Deshaun anyway. Yep, Deshaun Conway just blocked that with his abs. What a block, but nobody could pick it up. That's kind of really depressing right now. We'll have the ball on the 6-yard line, though, in excellent field position, as Montalmeja is going to go into the end zone for another touchdown. 2 scores in 2 plays for West Carolina, and we might be running away with it. Let's not be too much jumping to conclusions here, but this is a nice beginning to this game. A little bit refreshing after a couple close games. 1st and 10, dropping back, throwing the in route, and a nice catch. And a good gain. Well, okay, they're just going right to all these quick RPO ins and outs, and this is going to be fun. Going back to the ground game, breaking a tackle, and is going to get a few. 3rd and 5, throwing it to the wide open curl route, and it's a 1st down. 1st and 10 again, quick out route. What a dot. Throwing it right over Tyrone Smithfield. There was nothing our corner could even do there. He was just picking on him. 2nd down and 10. Good running room, and he missed him. What a horrible pursuit angle. And Wake Forest is going to go on the board. They score a touchdown. It's 7-14. Pretty high scoring first quarter, if I do say so myself. 1st and 10 again. Going back to the ground game for Montel. He doesn't get much. It's about a yard as we'll have the last play here of the first quarter. Just going to take the quick, easy dump off to Deontrez, and he gets a few yards. 14-7, though, at the end of the first. Just really can't get the running game going. Looks like we had about 14 yards, apparently, from the net losses from the sacks. That's about all we still have as a net positive gain, and that is a great play off the bounce, getting it at the 39-yard line. That is the downside to kicking like that. We're assuming and hoping they're not going to be able to get to it on time. Otherwise, they're going to catch it in stride, and it's going to be a great play. They're going to do that slow RPO, and that is just effective for them as they're just getting yards, and that's a great throw. Breaking tackles, and he's down to the 15. 1st and 10. Over the middle, wide open touchdown, and this is a ball game again. Wake Forest coming back in a hurry, tying this game 14-all. Just like that, the game is not over. Jadarius Brown was almost gone too. That would have been such a good answer. And what a play to make Montel lose 5. We'll go with a little screen play. Montel's going to fight his way for the first. A huge 15-yard gain, setting us up back with a 1st and 10. And we'll go back to an RPO again. It has been working decently effective so far. Again, with this current settings, we can only call a play twice ever. We have the play limit of 2 on, so if we like some of the plays, we have to be strategic with them, or else we're not going to be able to use them again. 1st and 10, up the middle with the RPO, he gets 4. Motioning receiver over, trying to hand it off, and just not anything doing. Throwing a quick throw, and he gets tackled short. Got to go for it on 4th down. Throwing it, just fall down, perfect. Vernon Lyle helps to pick up the first, and we're going to continue moving the chains. 2 minutes left in the game. Throwing it deep, and it's intercepted. He had him. He had Evan Rhodes by so much. You just got to put that lofted a little bit more to the back pylon, and that is a touchdown. Instead, it is a horrible underthrow, and I believe that's the 7th interception of the season. Oh my gosh, how do you underthrow him by that much? That is not good at all. Have an opportunity to take the lead with under 2 minutes remaining and just chokes. The sack from Devin Skates, though, really helps out, as that is a huge hit from Paul Wall, putting him on the ground. Good juke move gets him in a better position, but it's still going to be a punt, as we'll return the ball with just under 50 seconds remaining on this clock. Is Jadarius Brown getting to the outside? He's got some speed, and he's finally caught by the punter. Otherwise, it would have been incredible for him to have a return there to give us the lead for halftime. Just go with the safe play. Xavier Lee gets a few yards, and it's 3rd and 2. Running the ball up the middle, got it for the first. 13 seconds left. Oh, it might have been good. Would have been close. Instead, Taylor Rambo is going to scramble with it, and he gets down right in front of the field goal, and the timeout is called at the 9-yard line. The kick is up, and it is good. So we will luckily get a nice drive from Taylor Rambo to help us take the lead 17-14 at the half. We're having some okay stats right now. We're just getting sacked a decent amount, or at least having some pressure applied to us, and that is limiting us in both the run and the pass game. They are really kind of dominating our O-line in the trenches, and that is making a big difference. But that's going to be a strip sack from Deshaun Conway, and nobody's going to catch Chad Eddy. And that is a beautiful, beautiful duo play from our edge rushers. Actually, that wasn't Deshaun Conway. That was Jay Crawford forcing the fumble and Chad Eddy getting the touchdown. I definitely think that could have been reviewed and overturned. I'm just not going to say anything to them, as they took a snap and they took a play, so it's too late. It's already done. I definitely think he was down, but they're not going to challenge it, so we're going to accept it. Puts us up 24-14 with 6 minutes left in the clock. Throwing it deep, and it's incomplete. Jay Crawford with the excellent coverage, and this reverse zig route is absolutely killing us. Another run to the outside, but we have enough speed to be able to stop that, so we're not super worried about that part of it. And down he goes for the sack, Chad Eddy again with another sack. It's 3rd and 22. Throwing it, it's a beautiful throw, but we're going to hold him short of 4th and 4. And the punt team will be out. So we try to run a little bit more clock here. Oh my gosh, we almost broke that back outside. That would have been a massive play. Instead, we're going to basically lose yards, and then for sure lose 5 more. It's 3rd and 11. Don't have a great opportunity to get the first down here. We won't get it, and it is back to on rest. So the defense back out yet again. Under 3 minutes. Good pass and completion for a first down. They are definitely trying to mix it up and keep our defense guessing. We have been making some plays, and it's going to be intercepted again. Jason Cross, and he has some speed, and he can't quite get the return. But another interception from Jason Cross as he's getting closer and closer to the interception record. Will he catch DeAndre Harris as our leading interception leader? DeAndre Harris has had some nice seasons, but Jason Cross right now is going wild, as that is going to be a first down carry. 1st and 10, dropping back. Nobody open, so Taylor Rambo is going to scroll out to the left, and he's going to get a huge gain down to the 4-yard line. A huge carry for Taylor Rambo. Throwing the quick RPO, and Evan Rhodes is going to be in for the score, and that's going to apply some serious pressure here at the latter half of the game. Just a minute left in the 3rd quarter. Jumping overall. I thought he was going to break that tackle for a minute. And we are going to jump offsides. Deshaun, nope. Yeah, I think it was Deshaun Conway. Just not what you want to see there, buddy. Not what you want to see. And again? Deshaun. Can we not? This is unbelievable. That is unacceptable. We've given him 10 yards in a row on penalties. Into the 3rd quarter. Jeez. 31-14. West Carolina on top with the undefeated season on the line. Throwing it short, and it's going to be forced to fumble, and they gain even more yards. The user forced fumble from Sheldon Dennis, but just not enough to get the takeaway. 2nd down. Throwing it. Caught for the first. Good read on the curl route. Right now, the running up the middle is not doing it. Able to shoot the gap, but the runs to the outside are working fantastic as he's down to the 4. Great opportunity to score. Gonna try to scramble out of the pocket. He throws it away. Running back to the middle. It's caught for the touchdown. With 6 minutes left in this game, we need to drain some clock. If we can get all their timeouts, that should be legendary, as that's a great way to start it. Montel Major getting a nice gain. Just going to try to chew a little bit of clock and see how much we can get down here, as that is a good play. Darius Brown getting some nice run as he is down for a first down. Right now it is a committee of running backs right now as they are all eating. 2nd down and 5. He fought for more. 3rd and 3. Going to run the ball up the middle, and it is a first down indeed. And we are one more first down away from icing this game. 2nd down and inches. Runs up the middle and will get the first down. That should pretty much do it, as it is going to be near impossible for them to be able to come back at this point. Under 2-minute warning. Timeouts are practically taken. Wide open play to Xavier Lee, and he's down to the goal line. And the final score will be 38-28. What an end to this game, as we are going to go undefeated in this season, and we are ready for some postseason action right now. Taylor Rambo, 17 for 21, 163 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Again, just not having any day that he's breaking out. Montel Mejia, 24 carries for 77 yards and 3 touchdowns. Hopefully the 3 touchdowns will be enough to keep him in that Heisman race, but I don't think it's going to be first place. Xavier Lee has 6 catches for 62, which is kind of wild also, but 8 tackles for Jason Cross, 7 for Chad Eddy. TFLs, Chad Eddy getting 3 TFLs and 2.5 sacks. Jay Crawford gets a sack, Sheldon Dennis gets a sack, Jimmy Ferreira and Devin Skates split one, an interception for Jason Cross. George Pound's right tackle is going to commit to the program after the game. John Bragg commits. We should be pretty close to having all the commits we want at this point. Chad Eddy gets the ACC Defensive Player of the Week yet again. And oh my gosh. Boys, we're playing Florida State in the ACC Championship game. This could not be more perfect. If you recall, you remember the first bowl game we ever played, or the first ACC Championship we ever played, one of those? It was a bowl game. Yeah, the first bowl game we ever played was Florida State, who whooped us. And it is time for revenge. After that game, I'm not surprised to see Montel Mejia drop down a little bit. Chad Eddy, though, joining the list as number 4. I am surprised to see that. David Fabaluje, I'm not even trying to pronounce that, but he commits. Josh Jennings commits, the middle linebacker. And, oh my gosh, I am pumped for the revenge game against Florida State. What do you guys think? Are we going to get the win? Are we going to win our ACC championship, get the 2nd consecutive, and knock them off, get a revenge? That would be bittersweet right there. But we've been having a pretty solid coaching career so far, finishing with a 12-0 regular season. Looking at our stats so far to the end of the regular season, 2,900, almost 3,000 yards passing for Taylor Rambo. He had 22 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. Montel Mejia has 274 carries for 1,311 yards. He has 16 touchdowns, which 20 is the record for the school. 946 yards receiving for Vernon Lyle. He has 7 touchdowns. Evan Rhodes with 6 of them. Next highest catching receiver has 40, and it's Vernon Lyle. So the 14.5 sacks is pretty close to a record. Same with the 6 interceptions. There's a couple that we might get to. But so far, perfect 8-0 in conference play. Florida State's going to be the opponent. I mean, they've scored the same amount of points since we both scored 414 points exactly on the season, which is actually kind of wild that we've both scored the same amount of points. So it should be a close, good matchup. Looking at the recruiting, we literally have 3 people left. We have 3 gems that we're pretty much maxing hours on and nothing else to even do with any of them. So we should be able to get all of them. And that's 23 out of the 35, allowing us to have a solid amount for the transfer portal, especially because a win should, or anything really this season, should help us bump up to a 3-star program, allowing us to get 4-star recruits in the transfer portal. But we'll be picking up in the next episode with the conference championship game against Florida State. Can we get a revenge? Can we win another ACC championship game? We'll also be playing the entirety of the college football playoff to see how far we can go. Can we repeat? Can we win back-to-back national championships? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. How is the team doing so far? And what do you think? Do we think our odds are pretty good that we're going to win it again? We'll have to see what the bracket looks like, but we'll see that in the next episode. But until then, why don't you guys check out one of these ones?